My stepdad refused to pay for my medical treatment, said, "You're not worth keeping alive," and my mom watched him beat me and kick me out, so I made sure they regretted it. I was 17 when the seizures started, random violent episodes that left me confused and terrified. The neurologist said I needed medication, expensive medication, or the seizures could cause permanent brain damage or worse. My stepdad, Rick, sat across from the doctor, arms crossed. "How much?" "With insurance, about $600 monthly." Rick laughed. Actually laughed. "For him? No chance." My mom touched his arm. "Rick, he needs this." He stood up. "He's not my kid, not my problem." "Honestly?" He looked right at me. "You're not worth keeping alive." The room went cold. My mom said nothing, just stared at her hands. We drove home in silence. I spent that night researching ways to afford medication, fundraising, assistance programs, anything. I found a charity that would cover 60% if I could prove hardship. I just needed my parents' financial documents. The next morning, I asked my mom for the papers. She was making coffee, wouldn't look at me. Rick said, "No, we're not helping you scam the system." "Scam? Mom? I could die." "Don't be dramatic." She walked away. That evening, I had a seizure in the kitchen. I woke up on the floor, my head bleeding from hitting the counter. Rick stood over me. "Clean that up. You're making a mess." "I need help," I whispered. "You need to get a job and stop being a burden." I tried standing. My legs gave out. Rick grabbed my arm, hard enough to bruise. I said, "Get up." When I couldn't, he started yelling. Called me useless, pathetic, a leech. Then he kicked me, right in the ribs. Once, twice, 3 times. My mom watched from the doorway, silent. "Get out," Rick said. "Tonight. I'm done looking at you." "Where am I supposed to go?" "Not my problem." He went to his room. I packed one bag. My mom handed me $40 without a word. I left. I stayed with my best friend's family for 2 weeks until I could move in with my aunt 3 states away. She was furious when she heard everything. She got me on her insurance, got me the medication, saved my life. But I didn't forget. I couldn't. 6 months later, I was stable, working part-time, finishing senior year online. That's when my aunt asked me something strange. "Did Rick ever mention his business to you?" "What business?" Turns out Rick ran a small contracting company. Under the table, mostly. My aunt had a lawyer friend who owed her a favor. We started digging. What we found was beautiful. Rick had been underreporting income for years, paying workers cash to avoid taxes, claiming my mom and me as dependents while pocketing thousands in fraudulent returns. We compiled everything. Bank statements my mom had accidentally sent to my old email, photos of jobs with no permits, workers who'd gladly testify about cash payments. We sent it all to the IRS, then to the State Labor Board, then to the Licensing Bureau. 3 months later, the audit started. Rick's company collapsed within weeks. $87,000 in back taxes, penalties, and fines. His contractor's license revoked. He had to sell their house to cover debts. My mom called, crying, "How could you do this to us?" "I didn't do anything. Rick did. I just made sure someone noticed. We're losing everything. We might have to move in with your grandmother." Where was this concern when I was sleeping in my friend's basement? When Rick said I wasn't worth keeping alive, silence. "You watched him beat me, Mom. You handed me $40 and let me walk out into the night. You chose him. He's my husband, and I was your son." I hung up. Last I heard, they're renting a 1-bedroom apartment. Rick works at a hardware store. My mom cleans houses. They tried reaching out twice more, asking for help with bills. I never responded.